Hey there guys, back today with a video again on Project Slow Integra, and today I'll be showing you the rear diffuser that I just had delivered for this guy right here. So basically, essentially what a rear diffuser is, these are the plate version. A rear diffuser can be one of two popular methods. There's other ways to do it as well, but the two most popular methods are either drill holes or make a plate with holes in it, or do a sheet type thing underneath the bumper. And basically what it's going to do, it's all the trapped air that gets pulled in from the front of the car and gets trapped in this area right here. It'll be released, creating less drag and better airflow. The cheaper method would be using the plates, or just straight drilling holes with a hole saw drill, or in this case we got from our good friends in China, because the Japanese ones are very expensive, but these are just as effective. We got ourselves a diffuser plate. Let me open this up real quick. Okay, now that it's open, we have the plates, like I was saying, made in China. Now the ones that I was mentioning, the higher quality ones, well, these, just by the looks of them, they're pretty good quality. They're nice and sturdy, and all it is a metal plate with holes in it, of course, with hardware to attach to the bumper. So essentially you can't get much better quality per se, but you can get, for example, Golden Eagle makes right there it says Golden Eagle, although this is not a Golden Eagle diffuser. I guess that's what you get when you order these types of parts. Whatever. Like I was saying, here we go, and just something that I noticed as soon as I opened it, this says Golden Eagle. This is not a Golden Eagle rear diffuser, and I do not like the fact that they're using their name, because this is a fake product. Anyways, here it's explaining the purpose of the diffuser. Right here you have the airflow, bottom of the body getting trapped back there. With the diffuser, either the plate style, it'll just cover so nothing goes in there, or with the underbody style, nothing goes under the bumper, or in this method you have it exit from the back of the bumper. Whatever. Some test fitment pictures. And essentially what you do with this is put it up right there, and she lets the air out. There we go. I picked this up for about 16 bucks on eBay, I think, including free shipping. I got here in about 10 days from China. Now you can get the real Golden Eagle ones, and they actually have the logo, and you can get them in different colors if I'm not mistaken, as well as VMS sells some. Go Auto Works also sells one. We're gonna have this mounted right around there, and we will be measuring out exactly the length or height that we want it so it looks symmetrical. Precisely mounted, and I know you guys get it down to half of a millimeter apart. Just kidding. As long as you get it to however you like to have it mounted, the next thing you're gonna wanna do, get your drill. And I like to start off by either drilling a few, usually about 2 or 3 per plate. Want to get normally the outside to crush it down. Well, you'll see. Drill the hole, install a few of the bolts, and using the hardware that it comes with, of course. And after that, it'll give it a flush look. You'll be able to trace and drill all the holes. Okay, as you can see, I've already drilled in and put the bolt into 2 of the locations. Okay. So this should be holding itself by its own power. Now that we have that already in place, make sure that it's nice and sturdy. Gonna go ahead and drill out the rest of the holes. And make sure that all your holes have been drilled exactly how you want it mounted, because you only get to ruin your bumper once. Next step you're going to want to do is trace around the diffuser plate on the outside as well as the inside. Once you've traced it all out, you can go ahead and remove the plate. So take off the 2 ones that you were using to have it being held. Here you can see our outline. Basically what we're going to want to do, this is a reference point to the plate itself. Of course, this inline is a little bit smaller than the actual holes, so we're going to imagine them to about that far out on each one. We're going to want to cut out, let me show you. You're gonna want to cut out to about this area, right above the slot, not touching the outside, but still large enough for the holes in the plate to be able to breathe. There's quite a few different methods as to how to cut the bumper itself. My preferred method is with a propane torch. You can use butane if you want as well. What you essentially do, and what I like to do, you just get a cheap knife. Make sure it's not the serrated type, it's just the straight blade. You're going to heat it up, and I'll show you in a second. And once the knife is heated, it'll insert into the plastic and cut like butter. And you just gotta make sure that you're not heating it up to the point that it's too hot to hold, or if you put a rag or something so it doesn't burn your hand. But essentially, it's just melting through the plastic, and the knife, or the blade on the knife helps a lot. So let's go ahead and start doing that. Try to get the tip of the blade, that way there's less heat towards the handle. Oh, and make sure you're in a well-ventilated area. I'm gonna open my garage real quick. Alrighty. Ooh, the daily. Back to heating the knife. Might take a minute. I already see the change in color. Nice and red hot. So this is gonna cut right through the plastic like butter. So let me show you a quick test right underneath. No pressure at all, just went right through it. So you wanna be careful with this, it's very easy to cut. And since this is all gonna be scrap, that's what we're gonna be doing, cutting. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and cut that right now. Alrighty, let's go ahead and heat the knife up again. Turn your propane tank off. This smoke is why I said make sure you're in a well-ventilated area. As it cools down, you begin to have to use some pressure. All right, we got about 2 inches worth of melted plastic just from one light heating. Let's go ahead and heat it up a little bit more. And just off the top of my head, looks like we're gonna have to heat up towards the center of the knife a little bit more, just to get a better cut. Don't breathe that smoke in. Going a little bit low. Make sure you are directing your knife to stay within that line that we had talked about. I went off track a little bit, but I'm bringing it up. Something to note, it's always a little bit better to cut more inwards than it is outwards, because Inwards, you can always hide it between the diffuser. Outwards, you'll already be in the rest of the body. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish cutting this up, melting the plastic or / cutting it, and I'll show you what it looks like once it's already gutted. All right, rough cut view. As you can see, pretty ugly, but bam, dress up. As soon as you lay this over it, you can barely tell the trim lines from the inside. Okay, so let me just bolt this up, get a rough markup. Okay, there we go. I have 5 of the 2, 4, looks like there was 10 bolts altogether. Anyways, I have 5 of the 10 bolts on there, and you can already see it's nice and flush, or at least getting flush. It sits up against the bumper very nicely. Since the bumper does have a slight curvature to it, it's a straight plate. But there's that side basically. The next thing to do would be you can either take it off and clean up the edges or whatever. But since you can't really see them, there's no point in doing it, in my opinion. But you could either paint it, or in my case, I'm gonna have to paint the whole car. So, the whole car is red and faded, and I'll be painting the bumper red as well. So I'll be taking this off once I go to paint, and either leaving this silver finish or maybe a gold bronze front finish to go along with the wheels. But you can see here, basically it's already finished on that side. Besides bolting it up all the way. Now we're gonna go ahead and do this side as well. I'm not gonna show the process as in detail since I already did on this side, but I'll show you the final product. Okay, we're all finished here. We have both sides of the diffuser plate mounted, along with the hardware, the bolts that we were seeing before, and those are the nuts that you see in here. They are stop nuts, the one with the nylon insert, that way they don't back out. And that pretty much concludes our video. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions regarding the install of this diffuser or anything else, please feel free to ask. Comment, like, and subscribe. And if you haven't already seen other videos on the Slow Integra project, or if you want to see more pictures on it, follow us on Instagram at Slow Integra. And make sure to check out our other videos. All right, guys, thank you.